Hi, Aries. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color. This is your three-card reading, or maybe your four-card reading. I never know. For the week of May 9th through the 16th. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I'm offering 30-minute readings for $30 through the end of the month. And I also have a line of astrology t-shirts and stickers, and they're really nice. And I think you should go check them out. And all the information for the readings and etc. is below. I feel like I should have one of those things going across. Maybe I should. So let's see what's going on for you for the week. It's very cool out today. A little bit kind of too cool for the spring. So I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but it is still spring, not winter. Okay, let's see what's up. Page of Cups, Hanged Man, Two of Pentacles. Okay, Aries, you're all about the action, and I get it. It's interesting. I feel like there's going to be an offer or an idea that comes to you that could be very emotionally satisfying and kind of like ignites your heart, and you're like, you could really become passionate about it, and it's exciting and it feels like nourishing. Could be idea to come to you, or an idea that you have, or somebody can introduce this idea to you. And then instead of going gung-ho, which you're famous for, which is wonderful, I'm not dissing it. You're kind of like, well, let me look at this from all angles. Let me stop for a second. I know, Aries, I know you don't like to stop, but this is about a stop. This is about a pause. This is about an observation, right? It's about this observation of seeing things from a different angle. Maybe this thing that was offered to you is something that kind of came out of left field. Like someone says, oh, well, you should be an actor. And it's like, I'm an accountant. I feel like it's a little bit of that. And you're like saying, you know what? I kind of always did kind of want to be an actor. And you're looking at it, and you're looking at it from all angles. You're looking at it from a different perspective, like a spiritual perspective. You realize, like, well, if I go after this acting thing, then I'm going to have to give up my title, let's say, as an accountant, or my title as someone who's stable, or my this whole I don't know, box that you might have put yourself in. And I'm saying, don't see yourself in a box, see yourself in a sphere. And then you're kind of like, well, how am I going to manage this? How am I going to manage this? Choices. Might be financial choices. How can I think this is what it is. How can I do something that's fulfilling emotionally, nourishing to my soul? What would I have to give up in order to do that? And maybe it's an attitude, maybe it's a way of looking at things, maybe it's a like a closed-mindedness, or a limitation. And it's like, well, how will I manage that? How will I manage that? How can I balance that? Good destiny. Wow. Good destiny. Another circle. So interesting that I said a spirit earlier, right? There's this, I don't know how the saying goes. I wish I did. There's this good just saying that, like, when you take an action toward whatever it is, the universe hears you and the angels hear you and kind of put wind beneath your wings. So, you know, sometimes I think that part of our destiny and part of our life mission is to be happy, is to be passionate, is to be fulfilled. Because if, we're surrounded by people who are fulfilled and passionate and really living their life fully, then, it affects me, right? It affects everyone around us. Like, that's the way it goes. So, I'm not saying quit your accounting job and become an actor. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you should do. However, you could join a community theater. You need some of that. You need some of that. You need some of that. Like, he's an idealist. He's an idealist. He's like, to me, he's like, like the 7-year-old girl who is in love with her second grade teacher, right? Oh, we're gonna get married. There's something really sweet and kind. And if she doesn't have that hope, then, what makes her human in a way, right? Or the 14-year-old boy who's in love with his, female science teacher, or male science teacher. I never had a really cute science teacher, to tell you the truth. Got me? It's that energy of like, I love you. I just met you, but I love you. And I'm going to go and pick flowers and bring them to you. Can we offer that to ourselves in our lives? That's what it's about. How can I offer that joy and that enthusiasm and that idealism to myself? I need to see things from a different angle. I need to go into the other realms. And maybe I need to sacrifice this notion of being a serious adult all the time. Can you manage it? He always manages. This one always manages. This one always manages, right? He's keeping it afloat on these rough seas. And I feel like, that happiness, that enthusiasm, that idealism is part of your soul's mission. It's like, how sometimes you meet somebody and they collect some weird thing and they're so into it, right? They collect, I don't know, salt and paper shakers or Star Wars memorabilia or whatever. And you look at them like, whatever. That's what makes them them, and it makes them happy and good for them, I saw this thing on, I watch Antiques Roadshow sometimes. So I saw this guy who was collecting all the Star Wars stuff from the original movie, but he's been doing it for years. He was like way ahead of the curve. And now, like a plastic helmet that he paid, I don't know, $100 for is worth like $100,000 or some crazy number. But it was his thing. It was his thing. So for him to take a plane and go and get the stuff and to meet the one who was on the set, it was like, for him, maybe for you and I, it would be like, I don't really get it. There's a lot of things I don't get that people do. There's plenty, and I'm sure there are things that I do that people don't get. So what? So what? Does it make you feel good? Then you should do it. That's it. That's it. Makes you feel good? You should do it. See things from a bigger perspective, because the thing is about him is that he hangs himself on the tree. He does a self-sacrifice, but then he's going into the other realms. He's going into the other realms of existence to see a much larger, much more dreamlike perspective to inform him. And, if we're not guided by our soul, what are we guided by? The news? The status quo? There's always going to be somebody with a bigger house. Do the thing that makes you happy. Like that's what I have to say. Do the thing that makes you happy because it's your destiny. That's my take for you, Aries. That's my take. There you go. Collect those stamps, whatever it is. I don't know. What do I know? Whatever it is that makes you happy, man, or woman, or man, woman, woman, man. Blessings.